Alright guys, we're here at the United States Post Office in Temecula, California, 92591 to do a First Amendment audit, promote transparency in our government and accountability in our public workers. We're here to figure out why they are passing a law or code mandating if people have P.O. boxes to put their personal address. So the problem is, if people are homeless, they cannot have a P.O. box at this point because they do not have a personal street address. So we're going to go in and find poster 7 showing that we have the right to record in here. We're going to look for poster 7. And we found poster 7, which shows that we can record in here for journalistic purposes. And we're going to try to conduct our business to see why they're mandating everybody to have a personal address, to have a P.O. box. So you see right there, poster 7. Hello, I had some questions because I have a P.O. box over there at 972 at the Postal Annex. Okay. And they're saying because I'm transient and I don't have a physical address that I cannot have my P.O. box there anymore. So I was curious about the policy or regulations so I could challenge that policy or regulation?
Let me get a supervisor for you. Hey,
Okay.
Is someone sitting here at the desk on the other side?
Let me see. No.
This one? Okay, let me get a supervisor.
Thank you.
Just a moment.
So I guess you're calling for a supervisor. I haven't had any problems with recording so far.
And you want to go regular first class or need a parking? 303. Oh, plus this, okay? Estimated delivery date is Wednesday. 498.
That makes sense. Supervisor. Meanwhile, while I wait for the supervisor, I'm just gonna make sure I cover all these posters.
Yeah, we're going to break in the face. This little right there. Sit up straight for me.
Friendly reminder that the government's always watching you, but it's a problem when you watch them. Nope. She's just asked me if I seen anybody yet. No problem. She just apologized. Still waiting for a supervisor.
Probably gonna take it back every time. Oh, it's at 4:30, so you have to get everything So there's no way that we can have it, because we probably would take it like 45 minutes it was one minor, but I was trying to see if these are both. I literally had everything ready. Pictures and everything would go. Or so I thought. Can you find me tomorrow morning? I drop off my kids just down here. Oh, wait. Always you don't have to walk through. Okay, which is fine. Are you here? Nobody's there?
No, nobody's here.
I literally have everything.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Are you familiar with the postal regulations, Poster 7? I haven't recorded any transactions. I can record in here. You can't trespass my ears and you can't trespass my eyes. So I guess all of a sudden she does have a problem with me recording, but we'll see what it comes out to. And she's clearly not aware of Poster 7. Although I brought it up to her, she laughed.
Okay, so see you tomorrow morning. I have no idea.
Yeah, I've been waiting for a supervisor for almost 10, maybe about 10 minutes. I don't know.
For you, another one, okay. Another problem child. Okay.
Hello. I don't want to record their transactions. If you want to. Okay. All right.
This is.
Yeah, I've been waiting. Sorry about that.
No problem. I'll go after you.
That's
I
okay.
just want to make sure we're here at the right place.
Yeah.
Do you know eBay? Do you know how to do eBay?
No, I don't. Sorry about that.
Just don't, I think I messed it up and I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Hello. I'm record. Are you familiar with Poster 7?
No. What's going on?
Oh, I had a question.
Okay, you can leave. Go ahead.
Why is that?
Go ahead.
Just because I'm recording from a public area? Are you familiar with Poster 7?
Do you want something?
Yeah, I needed help with something.
What do you need help with?
Okay, so I had a post office near at Postal Annex, and because I'm homeless and transient, they said that there's some new regulation that I have to have a physical street address. So I was curious about the policy or the regulation. Why do I have to?
Let me give you a paper on
Thank you. And are you familiar with Poster 7?
I would have gave you a paper.
And are you familiar with Poster 7, ma'am? Clearly. So I'm a journalist. It gives me the right.
A homeless person or a journalist?
I'm a journalist. I'm a journalist.
And a homeless person?
Yes, I'm home.
Why are you a homeless person if you're a journalist?
I'm an independent journalist.
So you're not homeless?
Yes, I am. I sleep in my van. Just because you're homeless doesn't mean you cannot do journalism.
Yeah, but...
I'm doing journalism right now. Are you familiar with the First Amendment, ma'am?
Yes, but I don't understand why, if you have a job...
I don't have a job. I go to school.
But you said you're a journalist.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing right here. This is a public area. We're in the United States Post Office. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay, what happened?
I don't know what I did. I don't think
Office participation.
Oh, I don't either.
Sure.
Have you did it like this before?
Well, I think the other one correctly.
You have a printer at home?
But I must get it done something.
This isn't what I was asking for. I wanted to understand what the policy was on why they're making people with post offices report their physical address. If you don't have a physical address, you cannot. This just tells me about general delivery. So I'm going to get back in line behind this lady and ask her some more questions.
So what else do you need?
So this doesn't answer my question.
That's for general delivery. That's everything you need to know.
So I needed to know the statute or the regulation. Why people have a post office, they have to put a physical address if they don't have a physical address.
The same physical address?
No, this just tells me about general delivery. I'm not interested in general delivery. I'm interested in keeping my postal box, but they're saying they cannot keep me there anymore because there's some new regulation that came about that I have to put a physical address.
Oh, you know what? I don't even know nothing about that. I thought you were talking about general delivery. I don't
Yeah,
even know
that's-
what you're talking about. Where did they tell you that?
You know the postal annex, 1970, like in Butterfield Stage and up there. So I have a post box over there. I've had it because I'm transient. I don't have a physical address and I need some sort of mailing address. I went to go pick up mail today, and they tell me they can't have me get mail there anymore because I don't have a physical address.
Okay, but that's not the post office. That's the postal annex. We're two different.
You know, she said the post office won't send the mail anymore.
Different people. You're gonna get that right. This is the United States Post Office, and that is a P.O. box.
Yes, no, I understand.
That's a postal annex.
No, I get that.
I did not tell you that.
No, I
did
get
not
that.
even know what you was talking about.
That's why I'm here asking you. Do you know what
Why
the?
are you here? Because we're two different people.
Yeah,
That's their requirement.
there's a regulation or
I never
code.
said that was my requirement at the United States Post Office. You talking about a postal annex, and you coming in here recording me.
There's
Put that down. You can get general delivery if you need your mail to go somewhere since you're in transit and you're homeless. I gave you that paper.
I don't.
You can get that.
No, this doesn't answer my question, man.
Provide for you. I can't answer anything about a postal annex. I can answer.
Look,
about
it's a regulation that was put to all these post
only the
offices.
United
They're
States
saying.
Post Office. I can answer our question.
I need to understand what the policy is. Why this lady won't.
Because I don't even know. This not
They're saying that the post office will not send them mail. It's just a simple question.
That's not the truth. Go back to
We
them
can go and call them.
get your mail.
We can call them together,
Back to
and
them.
because otherwise they wouldn't be giving out memos to everybody that has PO boxes there.
That's their
They wouldn't say that the United States Post Office isn't going to send us mail anymore if you do not put your physical address there.
You can leave because I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm specifically just trying to figure out what's the regulation. I didn't have any questions on general delivery, and I'm well within my right, ma'am.
Question is confusing. Are you asking for their policy?
Yeah,
or policy?
there's some sort of regulation that's United States Postal Office that they're not going to give to the mail carriers.
You're confusing. You're asking for their policy or your policy?
Did you tell them that I'm recording from a public area? Did you tell them why you're calling the police? You cannot trespass me from public.
California Road. We're asking him to leave.
This is a government building. I'm trying to get services.
I'm the supervisor.
This is a government building. You cannot trespass me. I'm trying to seek services.
506-5513.
See, this is a problem. When you report the government, they call the police on you. They are public employees, and they forget that they're public servants. I'm being denied a service, and I'm asking questions.
No, you are confusing and you're taking your time and I am.
No, I'm here trying to figure out what the regulation or code,
You're not.
why they're. What do you mean? No, I'm not.
Confusing too.
I'm asking a simple question. I have a post office somewhere else, and they're saying that this place will not send the mail if I do not fill out something.
You were upset about the postal annex. This is
No. I'm not upset about the postal annex. They're trying to do their job.
No, listen.
They're very nice
Listen.
people. I don't have to listen. You're telling me about my situation.
Okay.
I
Do you
know
want
my
to-
situation
do you
more
want
than you.
If you know your situation, why are you here?
I'm trying to figure out the code and regulation, why they're not letting. Okay, so what they're saying is if I don't put a physical address, the United States Postal
They didn't
Office.
say that.
I'm here trying to figure out a question. What do you mean they didn't say that? Who's they? Who is they?
Who said that to you?
All right, thank you.
The postal annex. They said that the United States Post Office will not send them mail if I do not put a physical address. And you're telling me no. Did you go there with me? You did not go there with me.
I was listening to
Okay.
Are you familiar with Poster 7, ma'am?
Thank you so much.
Are you familiar with Poster 7? Are you a public employee? Are you paid by the state of California? Do our taxpayer dollars pay for you? So this is not a federal or state building? This is not a federal or state building. Is this a federal or a state building? Excuse me, ma'am. What is your name? Are you telling me you're not a public employee? Are you telling me I cannot do a Freedom of Information Act and get your information? I had a simple question to figure out what the policy or regulation that's preventing my postal annex from getting mail. You didn't want to hear me out. You got offended that I was recording and you called the police. This is what happens. Public employees are denying service. This is the United States Post Office, and they're denying me service. Public employees are refusing to help the citizens because they're either homeless, recording, and somehow that's criminal, where they call the police. They're unfamiliar with their own regulations. Poster 7 states if I'm an independent journalist, I'm free to record. But she's not even interested in that. So I'm going to wait till the police officers come. Not doing anything wrong. I'm trying to ask a question. She called the police on me just because I'm recording, despite the policy says I can specifically do so. It's within my First Amendment right. Are you familiar with the United States Constitution ruling that says that we can record in any public area? This is public building, right?
You can record outside, but you can't record in here.
Are you familiar with post? I haven't been recording in transaction. Are you familiar with Poster 7?
You can't record over here.
I haven't been recording over there. I haven't been recording any transactions. I've been recording only posters, leaflets. I've been avoiding. Whoever I interact with, I'm recording.
You can't record the front lobby, is what we're saying.
When she's talking to me, just the same way like me and you, she didn't have anybody in front of her. She wasn't dealing.
We already just told you.
In front of the
that.
Is this a public area?
This is a public area, but you cannot record people or anything there.
Are you familiar with Poster 7 that I can record here?
All right.
And you're over here.
I'm an independent journalist, sir.
They're doing passports in this.
I had a simple question. So my simple question is, so I'm at Postal Annex over there. They said that the United States Post Office will not send them mail if I do not have a physical street address.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out what the regulation or the policy is. That's it. Just a very simple question. Instead, she gave me this thing on general delivery. I'm not interested in general delivery.
But it's actually a good service to have, though. It's something simple. It's almost like a P.O. box for free in a way.
I'll hear it out.
It's actually really good to have.
I'll hear it out, but she didn't have to call the police on me.
Yes.
The same way you and me are interacting.
I know, but
She's already called the police, and they're.
But if you're recording anywhere.
Well, it's within my right. I can show you the poster.
I know. I'm just saying, if you're recording anywhere in here, like we can't.
I haven't been recording any transactions.
But
I've told you that before. No nefarious purposes.
But Maribel's out of problem.
I'm an independent journalist. I'm just trying to get some questions to my answer.
And we provide you with.
No, this doesn't have anything. I'm trying to find the statute and regulation that deals with my issue. So my issue is I'm over there at the Postal Annex on 1972, 92592, over there in Butterfield.
Sure.
And I went over there, grabbed mail today, and they said the United States Post Office will not send them mail if I do not have a physical street address. So I'm here to figure out what's the policy, code, or regulation.
Did you put your address incorrect?
Okay, why are you recording us?
Okay, because I'm well within to do so. Are you familiar with Poster 7?
Did you fill out the?
Can I have your name and?
I'm right here.
See, that's very good. You're a public employee, right?
I am.
There you
go.
go.
When you fill out your change of address or your address, were you missing anything like the street, the block number?
I use my P.O. box. I'm transient, so the only thing I have is that P.O. box. Everything I have is linked to that one P.O.
Through
box.
the Postal Annex?
Yes.
Okay, so if they require it, that's outside the post.
No. It's not that they required it. They said that the United States Post Office required it. Now, I can't go over there and record. They're a private company. But this is a public entity, and I'm trying to figure out what's the code and regulation that's
Correct.
making them
We would
not...
do that here for a PO box. If you get a PO box here, then we do require to have a physical address.
So
If not, then we
what's
recommend
what's that regulation? That's all I'm trying to figure out.
As far as the regulation, I don't know.
Or the code, something.
But,
I need to figure that out.
Outside of the post office, that would be like their own. That'd be like their own jurisdiction to do.
No. That's not true. They said that the United States Post Office would deny them mail if I did not put a physical street address. I have the paperwork.
You gotta do it all over again.
So they said that, it's a little piece of paper right here. They said if I do not put my physical street address, the United States Post Office will not give their whole branch
And
mail.
that's usually how it is here too.
So that's what they gave me. Are you a public employee, sir? All of a sudden, he doesn't want to talk. First lady calls the cops on me, and this gentleman's very helpful.
Get an appointment online and
So they said that because I do not have like a physical street address or anything, I can't have a post office with them.
So I guess it's the same with any PO box. I thought it was just the post office, but if their company has it, then...
So they said that it's some sort of regulation that the United States Post Office will not send the mail anymore?
No, that's kind of news to me.
And I'm trying to figure out what that code, regulation, or policy is.
I don't know.
I'm not trying to be debateful. I'm well within my right. I'm practicing my First Amendment.
I'm just saying, I know it's required.
She says she's not employed by the state. I probably disagree with it.
Workers,
but you guys are within a state building. This is the United States Post Office. Exactly.
But that's not a state building.
That's governed by Poster 7. Are you familiar with Poster 7, right?
Yeah, but I know what a state building or a federal building looks like.
I understand, but are you familiar with Poster 7?
Am I supposed to be?
Yes.
So what's Poster 7? Poster
7 gives me the right as an independent journalist to record here within the public lobbies or foyers.
So what would be the point of recording in the public lobby?
To do my business. I'm an independent journalist.
We do business all day and nobody comes with a recorder. Like, what's the point of
That's
recording?
That's fine. But
you just ask a question.
But other people want to see your lobby. They want to see how good public employees are.
Record it.
Some employees call the cops, like her over there, who's still waiting for the police officers. And you see, this is why I record here. Because of people like her. She's calling the police, and I'm well within my rights to be recording here.
It's because you tilted your camera. Just like how you went right there. You just...
Whoever I'm talking to, I record. I don't...
They're coming, don't worry.
Yeah, we'll get this.
So are you going to help me with the regulation or the code? No? You guys both said no and just walked away and... See, he understood my point. He appeared to be a nice gentleman. He was unaware of Poster 7. She's still waiting for the police officers, clearly looking for them. I told them I have never recorded any transactions. No, I didn't. I never recorded any transactions. I've been pointing right here. You see this line right here where it says please wait to be called? I'm not. I never have. You see that camera up there? Yeah, I understand that. It says do not pass. There's a restriction. I'm within the public library. These people are unfamiliar with Poster 7. This person didn't want to identify. None of these people want to identify. These people are refusing to help me, sir.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm here to keep it right.
They're okay to help everybody else besides me. They're still refusing to help me.
Nine 108 1337 57 522 384 92 667.
These public employees are refusing to help me. I'm at the United States Post Office. Nobody was aware of Poster 7 that says independent journalists can record within public lobbies and foyers. Nobody was aware of Poster 7. And because I'm within my rights, they called the cops on me, and I'm waiting here peacefully, and I have been denied my service. This is what happens when you practice your constitutional rights. There's a homeless tax. Because you're homeless, you have to put your physical street address, otherwise you cannot have a post office. The United States Post Office is refusing to give postal annexes mail if people refuse to put their physical street address. So I'm here to figure out the code or regulation that's preventing me from getting mail and is going to deny all my credit card services and everything I have. And instead, I got the cops called on me. I doubt the supervisor is going to help you. She's reluctant to come out here. They're probably waiting for police right now. Supervisors still refusing to help people, and no sign of the police. This is what happens when you practice your constitutional amendments. People are unaware of Poster 7, that independent journalists can record within the public lobbies and foyers of the United States Post Office. You get laughed at when you bring up the First Amendment in the United States Supreme Court. Getting mean stares from the manager who's behind the counter. The supervisors are obviously refusing to help me. Gonna record elsewhere inside the building until police officers come, and then I'll see if the supervisor's willing to help me, which I doubt the supervisor will be willing to help me. Again, this is what they're so blindly ignorant of. Poster 7. Photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums. I specifically told the cashiers that I did not record any transactions. Despite that, they still decided to call the police. And that's what happens when you practice your constitutional amendment rights. The police get called on you. The supervisors refuse to help you. And this is a sad state for my home city, Temecula. I've been over here for 10, 12 years, and they call the police on you for practicing your constitutional amendment rights. I haven't recorded any transactions. I found poster 7 over and over again. I'm waiting for a supervisor to help me, and they're refusing to help me. So look, this gentleman will help other people, but won't help me.
Yeah. So tomorrow, do you mind giving your number here? Let's check on the carrier tomorrow. And your name, please. So the only possible thing tomorrow lunch and noon.
Yeah, because if she said, if you put a sign on the box that says in front and back, and it's addressed to Southwest.
Any help at all?
Yeah, I've been trying to get help. Are you a public employee? Do you work here?
Yes, I do.
Okay, yeah, so my problem is I have a P.O. box over there at Postal Annex. They said that the United States Post Office is refusing to send the mail if I do not have a physical street address. Now, the problem is I'm transient. So I was here to figure out the policy or regulation. Unfortunately, the supervisor called the police on me because I'm recording, despite the fact I informed her of Poster 7, which gives me the express right as an independent journalist to record here. So I'm within the public lobbies, entrances, and foyers. I haven't recorded any transactions, so I don't understand why the police have been called on me, despite the fact that I have a simple question.
Let's figure it out. Let's
So, yeah.
help you out.
Thank you.
Let's come over here. Let me get some places to sit down.
Okay.
Some places to work here. Okay, so what paperwork you have?
So I went down to the Postal Annex, and they gave me this right here. They said I need to somehow put in a physical address at the United States Post Office. If their whole thing isn't compliant, that they're not going to be able to get mail anymore.
Okay.
So they said basically I have to either update it or I can't have a post office with them anymore. I came here. The supervisor gave me some paperwork on general delivery.
Yes.
And that's not what I was seeking for. I just wanted to know what the regulation, it could be any sort of penal code regulation that is saying that I have to have this, address on my P.O. box so that way I can contest it.
Got it. And technically, you do have to have a physical address somewhere. So whether it is at someplace you're staying, do you have like a physical place you're staying?
I'm transient. I stay in my van right now.
Okay.
So I'm a student. See, the thing is, I tried applying for jobs a whole bunch of times, but because of my status, I'm a felon.
Okay.
People don't hire me. So I started going to school, and my school gives me money for housing, so I bought a van.
Okay.
So I'm staying in my van. I'm going to school. And the problem is all my credit cards, all my debit cards, everything's linked to that P.O. box.
Got it.
So when they're saying I can't have that, I know, okay, I can't record over there because they're a private entity.
Yeah.
However, this is the United States Post Office.
Absolutely.
I'm well within my First Amendment right to record here. So I just came here for a simple question to an answer.
That's why I'm going to try to help you out with that. Like I said, you can record all you like.
Yeah.
So, like I said, that's First Amendment right, and like I said, we stand by that. So you're
Thank you.
okay. in your situation, general delivery is going to be your best bet.
Okay.
And the reason why is because since you don't have a physical address and you're currently in transient.
Yeah.
This general delivery is a system we set up here at the United States Postal Service.
Okay.
So anybody that doesn't have a physical address can still get mail service.
Okay.
So all you have to do is get your stuff delivered to, just write general delivery.
Yeah.
I'm writing your name, general delivery, and then Temecula, California, and then our zip code is 92591.
Yes.
Do you want me to write that down here for you?
No, I'm well aware. I've been on general delivery before. That's the whole reason why I got the post box is because I don't like the hassle of coming here waiting in the general delivery line. And I couldn't apply for credit cards. Hello. What's your name and badge number, sir?
W Price 6142.
6142. Thank you, sir.
So like I said, in that situation though, since you don't have a physical address, this is what we set up general delivery for.
Okay.
And so if you have like credit cards or anything like that, you can even let them know you can get it sent to general delivery, and they can.
See, that's the problem. I need to figure out what the regulation or code that says they're not going to give me mail over there. And
as far as postal address is concerned,
well, I mean, it's the United States Post Office rule that they're not going to give post office mail if we don't have our up-to-date street address or something. And the problem is, if somebody is transient, how are they supposed to maintain their PO box if they don't have a street address?
Yeah, and that's why we always tell everybody, if you're currently in that situation, to use general delivery until you can establish housing. So once you establish that housing to where you have a either not even
that doesn't answer my question. I need to know what the regulation or the code is, so that way I can challenge it myself.
As far as the code goes, I don't have that information for you.
That's what I need to find out. How do we find that out?
I'd have to go dig.
FOIA request? Okay, can I give you my email?
You sure can. Is it okay if I write it down here?
Yeah.
Or do you want this piece of paper?